A lot of people confuse PCI Data Security Standard Requirement 6.5 with 6.6, but they are two distinct requirements. A lot of focus is placed on 6.6, which is dealing with evaluating applications for security flaws and correcting those things using some method for that. We'll talk about that later. But in 6.5, I want to focus on what that requirement is, which is very distinct from 6.6. It focuses on the security and development processes that you have in your organization and the training of your developers so that they will be capable and fluent in security practices as they are developing your applications. 6.5 requires that you send your developers to training, and I've found that this is an area that is neglected quite frequently. Most developers that I interview are not being given any formal training in secure development practices. They're having to research that on their own and utilize a lot of free resources and subscriptions in order to get access to that information. And so ensuring that there are trainings conducted and training records that are available for an auditor to review is actually one of the testing procedures in the PCI Data Security Standard. You want to demonstrate that you've made a commitment to training so that your people will be aware of what these security issues are as they develop software. They need to be familiar with OWASP. A lot of times whenever we ask the question of what security methodology are you using to develop your software, people will point to their policy and say, we follow OWASP. But then when we talk to the developers, they're not as familiar or aware that those are the methods that are endorsed by the organization. And so putting some time and energy and commitment into this, it doesn't have to be an expensive proposition. There are lots of free resources available. There are lots of online resources available. But giving the developers time to be aware of and participate in security training when it comes to development is really what 6.5 is all about.